and welcome to the podcast. I bet you didn't even know I had a podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is the second episode. The first episode is not on this channel. It's on another channel. But from now on, it's going to be on my channel.
Yeah.
And this is Mike. He's also in the podcast, too.
I'm contributing.
He's one of three, me, Mike, and Scrubbing, together in one video game, sometimes not really video game, podcast.
Yeah, we talked about buttholes a lot in the first one.
It's mostly about buttholes and vaginas.
Yeah.
But, it's a thing. You should listen to it. New videos, normal videos coming out relatively soon. Got one with Hammond and another one planned as well.
Nice, Tina. That's awesome.
So in the meantime, enjoy this podcast about buttholes.
Yeah, there's not really that much buttholes.
Once or twice. This video is definitely getting demonetized, but I don't even give a shit anymore. Have a great day. Enjoy the podcast.
Enjoy. I'm gonna fucking kill myself when I'm
I did the rock you. But I did the first one.
Okay,
what were we talking about?
do we
podcast?
That's all the
Sorry, I blacked out.
Alright, well, welcome back, everyone. Crossplay Podcast, episode 2.
Episode 2!
We will
the first one's not out yet, but
they don't know that. They don't know that.
Hey, if you guys haven't watched it, link is in the description. Enjoy.
I'll bleep it. Scrubbing. Shh.
Oh yeah. Shush.
So we're
welcome,
back.
everyone. Hi.
Excited, yeah. Tina's excited.
Tina's just like, hello, I'm existing.
I was sleeping before this because I'm such a productive human being.
Like 5 minutes ago.
Naps are good though.
5 minutes ago, the Blackout trailer came out.
Yeah, I know. I woke up to about, I could double check, but I think 30 DMs from Scrubbing to wake me up.
There was a lot.
It was a collaborative effort.
I immediately watched the Blackout trailer. So, what did you guys think? I'll let you guys go before I tell you my thoughts.
I will judge it when I play it. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, Scrubbing.
See, I'm someone who's like super. I like trailers. I like actually watching the trailers and seeing if they're good. Because sometimes you can see if a trailer, if it has like really blotchy animations, like Assassin's Creed trailers had that a lot, and actually everything looked cool. Like the map looked clean. It looked more like polished than Pug, and I kind of feel like they were going more for like a Pug look anyway, like style, a little bit slower type game. Overall, I'd probably play it. Like, I'm kind of hyped up for it.
Why do you call it Pug?
I don't know. Like, how do you probably go and say Pug? Pug?
PUBG.
PUBG?
Yeah.
That's actually that one guy who calls it Player Unknown Battlegrounds just to be that guy.
You're making me think of WoW when you say Pug.
The Pug. What do you think, Tina, on the trailer? What are your thoughts?
I adore trailers. Like, trailers are my kryptonite. I thought it was really well done. But that's the point of a trailer. It's supposed to look really cool. It's supposed to be really well done and get your attention. Make you want to play it. Will it be a good game mode? Will it be good? With Mike on, I need to play it.
We'll have to
But the trailer was sick. Trailer looked sick. I'm not gonna lie, that first little bit of music kind of hooked me. Honestly, I preferred the Anthem trailer on first watch.
I knew you were gonna say that because you love Muse.
I do love Muse,
I knew you were
and
gonna say
not just that. I just love the way the Anthem trailer was. Now that I've seen it multiple times, the Anthem trailer is kind of slow because the gameplay so far that we've seen is kind of slow.
Yeah.
But the Call of Duty trailer reminded me of, gosh, there was do you remember the Eminem trailer for Black Ops? I think 1?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
So there was a trailer that was to some Eminem music that was really good. And I haven't had such a feeling for a Call of Duty trailer since around that trailer. From that trailer. I think the Eminem one was better, for sure.
Well,
just
it had Eminem.
I think the song choice was better, but I was excited from the music. Like, it went well with the trailer.
I don't dig this deep in trailers. I just don't.
You're missing out then, dude. You haven't seen like those random
I
YouTube
adore
videos
trailers. That's kind of like my thing. I don't know.
Can you be our?
I don't know.
Can you be the podcast trailer connoisseur?
I would love to.
You get a special title when you do that.
Yeah, new job description.
Ooh, what's my title?
Nerd.
Yes. Fuck
That
yeah,
kind of fits
dude.
you pretty good though. It works
Okay,
out.
real quick. I need to show you guys a clip from Soda Poppin's stream. It was on his top clips of the month. I'll find it for you guys and we can watch it together.
I watched that video, but I will absolutely watch it with you.
Dude, I would love to see it either way. I fucking love Soda.
That man
Soda's
knows what
awesome.
he's doing when it comes to his YouTube highlights. I love his
I mean,
shit.
clearly he doesn't do it. Melena does it. But she does a fantastic
She
job.
does.
She does fucking good. She's a really, really good trailer person. Not trailer. Why do you say trailer 20 times? My bad.
God, everyone just wants to be a trailer person. I know.
You got a high ranking title there. But no,
Okay,
his like mail time
so-
series and his what else? He has one other thing. God damn it! Not his stream clip one, but
Is it the Media Share one or something else?
Media Share. Yeah, where the stream picks the music. That shit's so funny.
Dude, I
the way it's
love
cut
that,
together.
dude.
He says he's not going to do that for a while because the memes were getting stale.
I get it,
I mean,
but at the
memes always
same
get
time,
stale.
he's missing out on so much
Yeah,
money.
everyone's highlight of the week. Okay, I think I got the clip. How do I copy it? God, I'm so like brain dead right now.
How do I copy?
I'm just trying to because I made it full screen already. So I was like, how do I make it? How do I get the URL now that it's full screen? Okay.
All right, got the clip. Okay,
So here's the clip. This is Soda. So they're trying to plan a family gathering, and Soda's like, "Wait, let me check."
Oh my god, he
something real
puts it on his
quick."
calendar.
Oh, I'm
And he
watching
goes
it
to
now.
check the WoW calendar, and his older brother's there, who's not into WoW. His older brother's into sports and
What the
normie
fuck?
stuff.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna play the video on my end trailer.
You know, you did the same thing I did.
I did.
Dude, that's so
Yeah.
hilarious.
And his brother freaked the fuck out.
That's pretty funny. You know you made it in the WoW community when you're keeping track of your daily events on the WoW calendar.
Dude, I
Yeah.
respect him, man. He's committed.
I adore his brother. He's just like, of course you have a calendar.
This is like what I imagine Tina wish she had on her thing. Like, okay, when do I have to eat? When do I have to do this?
We gotta be
When do I
careful.
do this?
You gotta be careful
Listen.
saying WoW. If you say WoW 3 times around Tina, she'll start fishing.
Dude, no, she will legitimately go log into
Shit,
the
it's open
game.
already. How did that happen? I blacked out. No, I could relate too much to that. Because my family casually played video games growing up. My dad played Call of Duty a little bit, but Call of Duty GTA. But now he regrets ever showing me video games because he thinks I'm a fucking nerd and a half. So yeah, that's probably how my dad would react.
Start
My
giving
dad
a
and
shit.
most of my family. Oh yeah, just absolute, just shitting on me. It is what it is. I accept it. That's why I love the clip. It's well done.
So that's why I like some games like WoW or
Quality.
like Archage or whatever, is that you can legitimately dive so deep into that game, and then you try to go and explain it to anyone who doesn't play video games, and they just look at you, it's like, so you have a second job in this video game where you go and get herbs and fish all day? What are you actually doing with your spare time?
Fucking moron.
Fucking-
You know you can make money with a normal job because you're putting job-like effort into a video game. How about you get a job?
Damn.
Mom, it's not the same, okay? I need
Mom,
my clan
please.
needs these herbs and this food,
I've
okay?
explained it so many times that I don't really make money off of video games. I do, that's part of it. But most of my money that I have made doing this is from editing other people's stuff. But every time someone asks my mom, "Oh, what does your daughter do?" She plays video games.
Oh
And I
wow.
always love how like basic that is.
And
So if
just
talk
you
to
can
anyone
see
else,
you can see the disappointment on their face. Like, I'm so sorry, your daughter is just such a piece of shit. Wow,
It's got dark.
Like,
I feel depressed now.
yeah, I'm a little bit sad. Like that's my job's a streamer. Like feels bad,
I'm getting a
man.
Pop-Tart now.
Hey, I'm drinking water. At least
anyone
I'm
got
healthy.
some Mountain Dew to commemorate this moment?
Got some Doritos.
Open up your bag of Doritos and everything. I actually saw someone do a YouTube video where they like pureed Doritos, and they made like a chicken covered in like a Dorito crust, and then had a Mountain Dew like ice cream, and it was like the fanciest looking
What?
gamer meal I've ever seen in my entire life. It
Mountain
was so
Dew
good.
ice cream?
That's so
Trust.
extra.
Yeah, but it sounded so. It looked good too. It looked like a Slurpee.
If you go for like a sherbet kind of thing, I think it could work.
No,
But ice
whoever that guy
cream?
was doing, he was making that shit work. It would look
Like
so
Mountain
good.
Dew ice cream, like imagine an ice cream that tastes like a Mountain Dew.
I'd be down with that actually. I think I'd like it.
It wouldn't be ice cream. It wouldn't be like it doesn't give you an ice cream sort
Right,
of
but
flavor.
is it Mountain Dew flavored or an assortment of flavors?
No, it was Mountain Dew flavored for sure. It was like green too, so it had like that nice cool green.
Scrubbing missed the
You
meme.
totally missed him.
Oh yeah, that's over my head. I'm sorry, I'm a normie kind of. Damn it.
So
I love how you're talking about being deep into lore and you don't even know Mike's lore.
How dare
I'm
you.
sorry. Okay, I'm not a lore man.
do you know?
I just go with the flow.
You know how PlayStation Plus has their like free games every now and again.
Uh-huh.
You know how Dead by Daylight was free last month?
I never. You guys told me to download that. I never downloaded.
Totally
I
forgot to get it.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that's not free
Sorry,
anymore.
Mike. It's alright.
Uh-huh.
The reason I
Go
bring
on.
this up, first of all, I expected to be disappointed by it. But,
Sorry.
I bring that up because in the game, you know how I don't know if you know the general like job of you in the game as a survivor.
Yeah, you kill people.
No,
save
not as a
things,
survivor.
blah, blah, blah.
You try to survive.
You fix the generators.
Yeah,
and
you
go
fix
in
the
the state
generator.
patch or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and each one of the generators, for exceptions of a couple maps and whatever, have like little what are those mobile light stands that are next to them? If that makes sense. You've seen them before.
Generators?
Yeah, but like the little lights, you know.
Like the big square things. You
Yeah.
like the okay. Oh, yeah.
So the lights attached to generators.
Yes.
Okay.
But like one of the
okay.
tall. Shut up, Tina! Don't you make me feel stupid.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I think you're doing that yourself, buddy.
No.
Go on.
I'm a nerd to the point where the other day I was driving down the highway and I saw one on the side of the road and I got scared.
How are you?
You
afraid
got
of that?
I got
Scared.
scared.
You're in a car, Mike.
Shut up, dude. The other one's a video game. All right.
Did you ever go play Friday the 13th?
Listen.
Like whenever you were in the car, you're good. You're home free. You're fine.
I've seen videos where people get smacked up in the car.
Yeah,
It's
but
kind of like how people will watch or play a shit ton of GTA and then they get in their car and they just like, oh god, can we not?
What do you mean?
Murder people.
Video games cause violence, Tina.
Of course.
yeah, don't you see the news? Come on now.
But I know like the most I can relate to that is like I see construction on the side of the road that kind of sort of maybe looks like a ramp. I'm like, oh,
No,
that's
that's
like
fucked.
that's a stunt jump.
Dude, that's scary.
That's
dude.
a
Don't
stunt.
jump in.
I would never do it, but I'm like,
Jump.
that's a stunt jump. I see you.
One day when I'm like 90 and I just don't give a fuck about life anymore, I'm gonna do that. If I see the ramp, I'm going for it. Fuck it.
Whoa.
You're gonna be senile
You're
by
just
the age
gonna-
of 60.
No,
You're
oh,
gonna
hell yeah, dude.
crash right into it. That's
Man,
it.
when you're like 90, at that point, you just want the thrill, okay? You just want to go
I
for
don't
it.
think that's true at all.
I mean, that's how
Just
I'm
do
gonna
heroin.
be.
Can you
I'm
name
gonna
a
do
90?
When you're
heroin,
90,
no.
just like listen.
I'm
When you're
listening.
90, odds are you're not gonna be able to control the wheel because it's just gonna be too hard on your little arthritic hands. So just just smoke some weed.
At
It'll be
90?
legal by the time
At
you're
90?
90.
Dude, what it-
By the time he's 90, it's probably gonna be legal. It's probably gonna you're gonna
it
probably
fucking better
like
be at that point.
listen,
Oh my
listen.
God.
You're gonna have like the mild strands because it's gonna be so mainstream that most strands are gonna be like barely anything.
I want to meet high
So sorry.
90-year-old scrubbing.
Dude, I have some good ass stories. They'll be like, you remember that one scheme I did when I was in my 40s with my wife?
Why don't we go talk about buttholes
I
again?
love the
Let's go
schemes.
talk
Okay,
about
shut up.
buttholes.
No buttholes, no food allowed in this podcast.
Wait, I
episode.
thought you said bubbles. I was like, oh, that's so
I
wholesome.
thought you said buttholes.
No, buttholes.
Throwback,
Hope my
episode
neighbors-
1.
So,
Let's get
why- I don't remember the discussion.
Good. You
about
sometimes you just
buttholes.
want to forget things, okay, Tina? Just
We
move
just
on.
want to make sure this video gets demonetized. Okay, we've hit the drugs, and the buttholes.
At least I
So-
was not the one that mentioned up heroin earlier on today, so I think we're doing okay
Whoa,
so
whoa.
far.
I did
whoa.
casually mention heroin, and Mike did not pick that up.
But
When?
see, I respect that. How do you not hear
But
that?
you're 90. Like, fuck it. You're 90, right? You like, shit.
Yeah, I feel
Who's
like
gonna
once
give you
hit
shit?
an age, you're like, you
Like,
just
I
go
guess
for it.
it's gonna be kind of shaky trying to, get a vein. But like, listen. Okay, details.
Are you suggesting he has Parkinson's? Is that what we're going for?
I
think
mean,
when you're
he's
that old,
90.
baby.
I don't know what's going on with him. If he makes it that far, odds are he's gonna have a fucking laundry list of issues. But
What does he have now?
he's gonna be living his.
Oh, I have
he's
still a
gonna
lot
be
of
living his
issues.
best He'll have more, but he'll be
adds
living
up
his
to some
best
good
I
life.
guess that's what matters in the end. Kids out there, live your best life.
Save the drugs for when you're old. I guess that's the
Save,
advice.
exactly. Save it for when you're super fucking old, so no one really
Guys, we're
cares.
saving lives here.
Dude, we're giving good life advice for all the kids out there.
See, if you smoke cigarettes...
Until the older ladies, listen. Do not have more than one edible for your first
Jesus
time.
Christ.
Tina.
This- apparently, someone my family knew did not understand that, and they were gone.
All right.
But they were probably happy as fuck. You gotta admit. They probably had a
Well,
good time.
from what I was told, it passed the point of enjoyment and hit the point of like, I'm gonna fucking die.
We had an 8-minute conversation about drugs.
I mean, sometimes life you just
we can cut this out. Fine, we'll switch it.
We're keeping this raw. We're keeping this podcast raw.
I mean, it's going on
boys.
Scrubbing's channel, not mine.
We always keep it raw.
Dude, my standards for everything I talk to my friends about are so low. You guys can be like, Scrubbing, I hate you, and I'd be like, I respect it. I'd be like, okay,
we'll skip that subject. People are gonna think I'm like a drug addict, but I don't do anything.
Guys, Tina is very clean, very nice, doesn't do anything crazy, and she's a very nice lady.
Yeah,
I'm super sensitive to fucking coffee. Like, I took a nap.
And she literally just woke up from a nap. Do you think crazy people do naps? No, they don't.
I want to see the study behind that one.
The dog was chilling. He was hanging out. You know.
You know what I still want to do in my like bucket list?
What?
What's your bucket list?
It's just like one thing I want to. Now that I'm an adult.
Yeah, sure, okay.
I want to go buy cake.
Didn't do it.
Just
You've
randomly.
never bought a cake?
Just like for no reason.
Find a local
no
bakery.
holiday, no birthday,
No, I've done
nothing.
it for birthdays and holidays and stuff, but I'm not like I want to just go right now and get a cake.
You want to know what you should do, Mike? Because for anyone who's watching this podcast, like technically the first episode isn't out yet. We want to have like, a little bit of a backlog. What you should do, Mike? First day our podcast goes live, buy a cake.
That sounds like a lot of effort.
Question.
Okay.
See, no. He has to do it when he's ready, of his own volition, no responsibility, no need. He's an adult. He is buying a cake because he can.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
So you're more like you're done with class for the day, done with work for the day. You're driving home, you see a bakery, and you're like, "Fuck it," and you walk.
No, I'm
in
planning
and
that shit like 2 days ahead of time.
Okay, then why are you planning if adults don't plan? Adults. Just
excuse me? What?
Okay, adults actually really plan a lot. My life call though is I want to be like the really affluent, really chill adult that I just do where the fuck I want. Like I want to go to Fiji tomorrow, buy my ticket and go. I want to go and fuck my wife, I fuck my wife.
Christ.
That sounds bad, but like like consensually and all that.
Right, wow.
But like you guys know what I mean. It's like you just want to do it. You just like fuck it, let's do it.
You gotta be consensual with that piece of cake, you know.
You gotta make sure it's okay.
The cake? Wait, what do you mean consensual with the cake? What are we doing? What are you doing with cakes?
If you're putting something,
I'm not doing
your
anything.
Mouth, Mike, you have to have
Scrubbing is the one getting cake. Listen. This is a judgment-free zone. Scrubbing can do whatever he wants his
Okay,
cake.
don't blame this weird stuff on me. It's Mike that wants the cake.
I'm the one
me.
who buy a cake. I'm not gonna fuck the cake. Jesus Christ.
You better not fuck the cake. That just seems weird.
I've seen. What's the movie where he fucks?
What have you seen?
People fuck cakes.
No.
Mike,
You know
what?
the movie? Shut up. You
What?
know the movie where he fucks the cherry pie? What's that movie?
No, I don't know.
Yeah,
that
no,
movie
it's
off
American.
the top
It's
of my
not American
head.
Pie, is it?
It's
Probably.
It sounds like an American Pie. There's like 10 of them at this point.
I thought there was only 2.
Is that like lingo? A fucked cake? Is it American Pie?
No, I don't know if I'm naming the correct movie. I don't know if it's the right movie. I'm not gonna look it up either because I don't want to.
Anyway, we're adults.
In my
We're
browser.
mature.
Sorry, go ahead.
We're mature.
I hope my neighbors
We're
are all
very
right.
mature.
Okay,
We're all
so
mature.
Mike, do you want something like written on the cake,
I just
or
want to buy
just
a cake. I don't give a shit
just wanna
about
buy a
how it
cake.
looks.
Well, if you're gonna go buy a cake, why not go the extra mile and get like a cool like Mike is the best on the cake or something? I don't know.
I feel like to a certain extent, I would kind of want to be like, I would be kind of bashful about buying a cake. So I'd be like, okay, so can you write something on here? Yeah, just happy birthday, whatever.
Why?
So it looks like that I'm not just buying it for myself.
Who cares?
I'd be in the same boat though.
I
I wouldn't want them
care.
to judge me. I know they wouldn't care, but I just would not want to be judged.
No, I know no one gives a shit, but I care.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Like internally,
I don't want to
you
be
know.
judged for buying a cake and just having it by myself.
What kind of what's your go-to cake then?
Chocolate.
No, like,
Chocolate,
we're talking icing. What kind of icing?
Cream.
Chocolate on chocolate.
No, like there's like the buttercream icing, and then
Buttercream's
there's like that
really
shitty.
bad.
No.
Cream,
Fuck that.
fucking man.
Fuck that shitty. I hate those cakes.
Well, you don't
I
like
want like
buttercream?
a
What the
triple
fuck's wrong with
chocolate
you?
cake.
No, like
Tina.
No.
so
I
there's
hate
no
that
icing.
shit. No, because if you get one of those cakes, they all taste the
No,
same.
but I like
So? But it
the
tastes
icing
good.
that's like hard, you know.
No, I don't like that.
Dude, I would give you a slice of my. I have like.
I
an
like
old
it
birthday
maybe
cake, I'd
around the
give you a slice
trim,
for sure.
just a little bit on the outside of the cake. Maybe a little bit on the top, but other than that, I hate a shit ton of icing.
There's always a limit. Like you can't have the entire cake be drenched in it. But I always like when you have like that one good bite of like 80% cake, 20% frosting, like the nice like mixture of them
But
too.
if you get a generic birthday cake, it doesn't matter what flavor you get; it all tastes the same.
50%.
It's all this generic,
Did you say 50%
like
seed?
sugar.
weed.
The weed. I would actually. I'd
Mike's just making sure it's getting demonetized. He's making sure the video is just demonetized.
50% C, 50% weed.
I don't think
SpongeBob
I
thought I heard
references.
Mike say. I thought Mike said semen.
I thought he said semen too.
Jesus Christ!
I thought he said semen too.
No,
not Mike. Scrubbing said it. Scrubbing definitely said semen.
Okay, no, that's because I thought he said it, so that's why I said it. I didn't say it on my own. I thought he said it.
Okay, so we were eventually going to get sponsors for this podcast, but clearly that's not a goal anymore.
We just had to be like, we're going to revamp after like episode 10, okay? And just call it something
we just lost all the
different.
bakeries. I don't know, maybe this is really going to sell them. You know what? I changed my mind.
You think this is going to sell the
bakeries out there?
We're inspiring our viewers
to fuck
the cake.
One really weird website for it. Like a really weird porn website.
At the end of the day, a product is being sold,
Jesus
okay?
Jesus, Tina.
The sponsors are happy.
About us fucking cakes? I don't know about that. I feel awkward
back
now.
To gaming.
I feel like that's our segue. So, gaming talk, guys. Random topic. Kind of because we were talking about the Call of Duty earlier on today. What is your actual expectations then between the new Call of Duty BR and the new Battlefront BR? Battlefield BR. Give me the deets. Okay. I'm curious.
So
I want to know.
My expectations is I'm not getting Battlefield, and I might play the Blackout. That's it. That's my expectations.
Okay,
that's
but why? Give me more.
I hate Battlefield's combat. I hate it. It's not fun. I don't enjoy it.
It's fun.
It's not satisfying. It's satisfying for me when I hear the Call of Duty hit marker, and then as I get shot across the map from a 3-year-old. That's satisfying to me.
You have a weird fetish,
half
my
the
friend.
time. Fetish? Jesus
Christ!
Why
does it have to be sexual?
I don't know, man. You're the ones like getting killed by kids in games. That's strange. I judge.
What? Scrubbing.
What?
Come on, chill off with this.
Whatever. Okay, fine.
That's the sound of scrubbing.
Get your mind.
Dude, I always dig holes, and everything in my life is just always a hole.
Scrubbing's favorite movie is Holes.
I do like that movie actually a lot.
Up them holes,
not even kidding you, I do like that movie.
I like that movie a lot.
Like the one with the
I never read the
hair.
book, but I like the movie.
I like him. He was cool. For some odd reason, we always used to watch that movie back in school, like all the time. That and Shrek.
Based off a book, so it's an excuse to put on a movie,
like
so you don't have to watch the kids.
So no Elf.
Elf.
Why we watch Elf all the time? That's such a has nothing to do with school.
What?
In Holes we watch all the time.
I mean,
Holes does.
He's digging holes at least. I don't know.
Holes has to do with the book.
Yeah, he has a book.
So
dude.
like I can see
Who gives a fuck?
the class.
No one reads.
I mean,
the class or the movie we'd watch in class all the time was Finding Dory and The Incredibles.
Dory.
I don't know how The Incredibles was a thing. Or Finding Nemo, excuse me.
I was about to be like,
yeah, Finding Nemo.
Tina's still watching.
Just a class, random classes just watching it. I'd be down.
Yeah. No, Finding Nemo was the movie we watched all the time. To the point where I started hating it because we just saw it all the fucking time. And then occasionally we'd watch The Incredibles. I don't know why. Like what tie-in The Incredibles had. I get Finding Nemo's like, oh, it's kind of like marine biology. Incredibles, I had no idea what they were doing.
Teamwork.
just like that movie in particular.
That and Bill Nye. You know, that was like the last year where everyone would be like, Bill.
So I love how he's like a famous superstar now. I mean, he always kind of was.
Is he?
But he's been like on like shows. He's on like red carpet events. Like I fucking love Bill Nye. That guy is my boy.
He's like nostalgically relevant.
I'm caught up with Bill Nye these days.
Dude, you should, man. He actually has been doing a lot of stuff.
You know who else dropped off the map?
His show wasn't.
Chuck Norris. When's the last time I heard from him?
I think he was like a Nazi or something. I forgot what he was.
I don't think he was a Nazi. I think he's just an older dude who's not. He's old school.
He just doesn't care anymore, probably. Kind of the same with like.
He's old school and he doesn't want to deal with drama. He's just retired.
Good for him.
I feel like that's like the goal of everyone. Like whenever they're retired, is like they just have like their nice group of friends they like, their nice husband or wife. Eat
Especially
a bunch
if you're a
of food.
celebrity, there has to be a point where you're like, I'm done. You just check out and kind of leave
Stan Lee's still
I always heard that for people, like whenever they get to that point, I respect
God,
it.
I fucking love Stan Lee.
He's kicking ass.
I hope he's kicking ass. He's getting to that age that you can tell he's on his like last legs, and I hope he learns to relax a little bit before that, because he is doing a lot. He's still going to conventions. Like it's getting to the point where he can't shake hands anymore. So there's like signs where you can't shake hands, and the poor man looks exhausted.
Who actually even is Stan
Lee?
Lee?
I know he wants to give.
You know who Stan Lee is?
Nope, curious.
The creator of Marvel.
He's like one of the founding people of Marvel. Created Spider-Man, created Hulk.
Okay.
Created a lot of classic characters.
Every single Marvel movie, he makes a cameo.
Yep. So he's that old dude with the comb over.
Oh, I know exactly. Yeah, okay. Now that you said
That's
that, yeah.
Stanley.
Bus driver in Avengers.
So like.
Okay, I get it. See, I feel like there's always a point though in people's careers. Like some people love work, they like love what they do, but you eventually have to find the time where you just want to stop and relax, like not do anything.
I think he feels like he owes it to the fans because he's always seemed like he really appreciates the fans and he wants to give back to them as much as possible. But this poor guy, he's like, what, 90?
He's old. He's real old.
He's like shaking and struggling to, like, people are handing him things just to sign and he just looks exhausted.
Poor guy.
And I feel really bad. Like he just, you know, he had his time. He gave back to fans, and I think he needs to relax. Let him enjoy his last couple years.
So Marvel, if you want to
be, like,
sponsor this
selfish.
podcast,
Oh, I adore Marvel.
After what we've talked about already so far, there's no way in heck.
No, I've always wanted to get into comics. Unfortunately, I don't have any local comic places.
probably find them online.
So
Yeah,
I could, but I don't think it's the same, right? It's not the same kind of vibe.
Yeah, true.
Like, I
I
can always read
you
them
want to
online.
like hold it. You want to have like something in your hand and like sit in a nice couch or chair and just
That, and I
relax
think the
watch.
struggle too is when I was younger, I read manga, and a manga like is a decent size, right? It's a pretty large size. Like you
I've
can
never
read
heard
it
of
within. A manga's like I want to say like an inch, not even an inch thick, right? So it's
if
like
you
it
like
takes
that,
you like
yeah.
maybe half an hour if you're really like enjoying the
I can
pages.
relate.
Oh, I see. But then you have comic books. Like, you know what a comic book looks like, right? It's just
Yeah.
kind of super flat.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'd rather do a once-a-month kind of thing with a manga than a once-a-week kind of thing and barely get anything out of it.
You get like more substance too, because there's like this story. I mean, there's of course stories in comic books, but it's more like developed into it. It's more continual.
I'm sure the cost is about the same, right? The cost, like, you end up spending about the same much, or the same amount for both. But it just feels like I'm getting more.
No, I'm in the same boat because I read a lot of manga back in the day. Like you guys can judge, but I always like to watch or like read the Naruto mangas when I was in like 10th grade.
Right.
And it was fun. Like you got to sit there. You're like, okay, I can't wait for the next one. I'm buying like 3 of them. I'm binging this. But for almost every single comic book, I'm always like, why am I reading this? Unless it's like a very specific one that I'm super
Right.
interested
And
in.
then when I was younger, it was easier to say, hey, once a month, can I go get a manga? And they're typically pretty widely available in bookstores. Like, we had a local bookstore that's no longer around.
Yeah, we had a section for ours. Yeah.
But, like, yeah. They come out, I believe it's monthly. Especially in America. It might be more frequent in Japan.
How do they draw that?
But
fast?
oh,
Well, like,
it's
whole teams
there's
and
a
designers
there's
and
like a
everything.
whole industry like documentary. There are like documentaries and shit about how they have to manage to get it done super fucking fast.
Dude, the anime stuff in terms of like the actual anime, like the animations and manga, is fucking nutty.
It's
from like
very-
a like
if you
face's perspective.
Pay attention to certain ones. Some are hyper detailed and they struggle to keep up. But mangas like Bleach are any extra detail is non-existent. You just have the characters and the expressions for the most part.
That's why everything's always like black and white and very, very like
And
to
that's
the point.
that's
just
how
because
he
it's
can
busted out so
manage
fast.
to keep up. Like that's the only way he can keep up. Versus comics, there's a little bit more of a stylistic choice of like we have to get the colors, we have to make it look like gorgeous. Every panel has to be relatively gorgeous. So
Dude, this
it's
took a
different
really
industries.
weeby turn. I was so hyped for that. Thank you, Tina, for the
No,
big shout-out.
I love nerd shit. Like you underestimate my nerdum.
No, I don't
Nerddom?
remember. Like I was, Mike. I don't know if you like keep up with a lot of anime. I feel like you don't typically do, right?
I've watched a few, and the only one I'm keeping up with right now is that's currently being like released is My Hero.
Yeah.
Yes!
I'm about the same. Like
When I was talking to Tina about that, I was so happy when she started watching it.
Yeah, I can't tell you how long Scrubbing was trying to get me to watch that fucking show.
Thanks for vouching. I'm such a weeb at heart, so I'm like, watch Attack on Titan, watch Boku no Hero,
Mm-hmm.
Overlord, everything. Watch it, please. So it always makes me so happy when my friends
As an
watch
adult,
it.
I don't have
picky.
time. I don't have time to watch that many animes, to be
I'm
honest.
very picky with mine.
When I was younger, it was
It's got-
great.
It's gotta be
Yeah, I was
art
watching that
style.
Dragon Ball Z all the fucking every day. I love that shit.
Yeah, it's gotta
Come
be
home
a
from
certain
school,
art
watch
style
Dragon
for me.
Ball.
That's
Really,
me
the
certain
art
art
style.
Yeah, I
Like,
didn't.
what
I
kind of
didn't
art style
like.
do you like though?
I didn't like Attack on Titans, just because I didn't like the art style.
I really
Just couldn't
didn't
get
like
into
it
it.
at first either, but the first season's phenomenal. It's fantastic.
It gets really good for season 3.
I gave it
100%
3 episodes. I
recommend.
feel like that's enough to give it.
Yeah,
I feel like
3
for anime, it's
episodes
more
is
like
enough. If
7.
it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea for sure.
Yeah, you can usually tell pretty quick.
I fucking love the intro song's probably top 10 in terms of anime.
Yeah, you were telling me you listen to every intro song every time.
I do too. I do 100%, yeah.
For someone who hates working with audio, I hate it. It's probably my biggest pet peeve when it comes to working with video and like podcast stuff, or just anything in general. I hate audio, but it gives me some appreciation for audio. I adore scores and orchestras and all that kind of jazz when it comes to music and in movies and in just different TV shows.
A lot of video
I
games
have
do
it
it
on
super
my
well.
phone. Video games as well. Video games, I haven't really kept up with it because when you play a game for 100 hours, you listen to the shit, like so much of the music already.
And then when you hear the song, you
repeat.
think of exactly where that happens in the game. And
Right.
it kind of kills it for me.
Right.
Except
so,
for... Have
to
you
that
ever
extent.
purchased video game music?
No, I
I
don't.
never have.
I
know
have
Story bought the
for
Nier
2
thing,
games.
but other than that...
Can
I
you
don't think
guess-
I've ever.
Can you guess the 2 games I've bought music for?
Destiny 1 and
Destiny.
Destiny 2.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
I've not purchased any Destiny music whatsoever.
I'm
Really?
surprised on that. They have a really good soundtrack.
They
They
do.
do.
I have purchased music from Halo 3
Okay, fair enough.
and Infamous 2.
Really?
My 2 games I've bought music from.
I
I
really
know
don't
you're
like, any-
super
any
into
songs off
Infamous.
the-
I didn't really I realized a while ago that you're really into Infamous,
Yeah,
so I should have
best
guessed
series.
it.
Best fucking series out there.
I feel like we
adore
got a
the
little bit of
first
bonus
game.
points though for Bungie. Like we went for Destiny. I feel like we should get like a 25% on that one. It
Listen,
was close.
whatever you say about Destiny as a series, I know there's people who adore it and hate it. The music for those games are phenomenal.
Oh, all
You
the
just
sound.
fucking point.
All
it's
of the
just
sound.
the
When you, like,
sound
launch
design.
up
You're
that
right. The
title
sound
screen,
design's fantastic.
Speaking of Destiny.
Oh, you meal.
Oh, have you been
You
grinding
got-
out Forsaken?
Oh, I'm going fucking hard.
Dude, some people love it. Like, all the people who play a lot of Destiny are like, this is the best expansion ever. I love it. I love the style, everything. So I'm going to wait to see what they say in, like, maybe a few more weeks now after, like, the raid's been done and all that. And I'm sure they're going to be like, yeah, there's no content, whatever. But I want to know if they still enjoyed it.
Well-
because sometimes you get, like, the salty people where it's like, yeah, it was fun, I guess, for a week, but fuck this game. And
Right,
then
you want
sometimes you
a
have the people that are like, we
authentic
played it for a
opinion.
week and I had fun.
Fair
So I'm
enough,
kinda
because you're gonna
curious
get
to
a
see
lot
how
of the
it is.
hype people who, there are a few people in the Destiny community I really enjoy, but it's their main game. They're gonna fluff it up a little bit. They want people to play. They want people to interact. So I'm gonna wait a little bit, like you. I want to hear what people have to say. I think personally, I'm done with Destiny 2. I don't care if this is like better than Destiny 1 quality. I don't care. I've spent enough money on Destiny 2. Maybe Destiny 3, I'll give it another chance, but so far how Bungie has run
Oh,
Destiny
they
2,
screwed the
it's
fucking pooch.
too much.
Yeah, they fucked
it's
a lot
too
of
much
people,
for
I
me.
feel like.
They
Like
screwed
I know a lot of people will keep giving companies chances and chances. I'm drawing my line. This is where I stop. Like,
I'm in the same boat. That's why I haven't bought it
is
yet.
it a bad time to stop? Maybe. Is this like the turnaround for Destiny 2? I don't know. They fucked up too much,
So-
to get to this point. But Mike has played, so Mike, tell me, what do you think?
Okay.
Yeah, give us your thoughts on
So, I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible, and I will give sources from alternate sources as well. I will cite them in MLA format and put you guys in a works cited document and send it to you.
Fantastic.
Formally.
Send me the Google Doc.
But the campaign of all the previous DLCs were like you could beat it in 2 hours, right? And everyone was pissed because they weren't even that good. They just reused areas and spawned new enemies, whatever. This one, all new areas for the most part. I would say 95% of the areas are new. Campaign took me about 4 hours of constant going at it to get to the last mission. The last mission took me about 20 minutes. And I thought the fucking story was awesome for the campaign. The cutscenes, oh my goodness. That's all I gotta say about that. Cutscenes were fucking awesome. Story was really cool. When I finished the campaign and I did the final mission, I was like, good ending. Fucking love the story. Then I leave and I do the afterwards. Anyone who's played Destiny, once you finish like the campaign, you go like talk to people for the last time or whatever. You know, like they close you out. And then they're like, so I'm like talking to them, it's like, yeah, they're all like, oh, this and that, this and that. And they're like, do this mission now. Like, what do you mean? They tossed me, so I had like 4 other missions after that I had to do. And then after those 4 missions, it unlocked a whole new area, whole new patrol.
Ooh. I like when games do that.
And it essentially doubled the patrol size of the previous area. And it looks fucking amazing. And there's like 3 activities to do in this new area. And if you played Destiny 1 at all, it's like kind of like what's that thing they did in Orcs' ship? Tina, do you know what I'm talking about? The Court of Orcs. Yeah. It has something like that, but it's amped up, and it's like a lot bigger and more to it. Okay. And it's fucking cool. Raid hasn't even come out yet. I was super like surprised. I was like, I thought I was done, but they just threw in like another 2 hours of content for me for like
I have
missions.
to give Bungie respect, because if that's the case, where they could have very much used the same area over and just opened it up for everyone, I respect that choice. I respect the fact that they saved something extra for you guys to enjoy.
The second huge patrol area is only accessible after you beat the campaign and do a couple other missions, and I think that's fucking awesome.
So this is like a little bit of a spoiler, but not really. Is that like that really cool, like purple, bluish looking area?
Yeah, we can talk about it because they talked about the area, and I just thought it was going to be just a raid area, but it turns out it's a whole public area. It's the distant shore, or whatever.
You know, that area looks cool. I've seen people like as I'm watching their streams.
Yeah.
That area, I love the aesthetic on it.
It looks
beautiful. Just looks really cool. Yeah.
There you go. I could only imagine on PC, but again, like I'm putting my foot in the sand.
I think I'm in the same boat. I will maybe go pick it up, but I feel like since I already got past the initial like few first days of super hype, I think I'm good. I think I made like. I'm chill. I don't think I'm
Plus, I'm fishing and WoW, boys.
Yeah, Tina's current addiction is just WoW.
Yeah, so that makes it even easier for me to make my choice and not spending money on Destiny because I have to renew my WoW subscription.
But that kind of sucks for me because I don't have like a major game that I'm super hyped up for. I mean, there's a few games like Spider-Man games, new Tomb Raiders, new Spyro. I'm super hyped up for Spyro. But I have like nothing super hardcore long term that I'm like I want to play this every single day.
Yeah, there's a lot of nostalgia coming out, right? Spider-Man. Spyro. Yep. Red Dead to a certain extent. Red Dead hasn't come out
I would definitely put in nostalgia for sure.
So it's a lot of stuff like that.
Dude, I want to play that with you guys, by the way. Like random, setting up a day for that.
Yes,
100%
Queen.
Red Dead. Yes, please.
I don't know if
Mike, you in?
Red Dead. I don't know.
I will fucking buy it for you. I don't give a shit. You're playing it with us. I don't care.
I'm not gonna argue that, man. But I
think this could be so fun.
My alternate point for Destiny 2, my buddy Sammy B, he got the whole season expansion.
Up.
Yeah. He was not gonna watch this. Fuck him. After playing, he got the Destiny 2 pass where he got the first game, the vanilla game, plus the 2 expansions. He got all of that.
I have that myself
and
too. Never played the 2 expansions.
He played the vanilla game, hated everything about it, didn't even play the latest 2 DLCs. Just stopped.
Yep, that's me.
He just stopped. And when that Gambit trial came out, which is the PvPvE game mode that came out. And he's like, well, I'm getting the expansion because this is fucking fun. This alone made him want to spend $40 to get the expansion. Was that game mode?
But the one trouble though is I feel like the Gambit mode kind of seems like they get boring really fast.
I played all the day that it came out for the teaser, and then I've played like probably 20 times since. And it's really fun if you have a team. And it's horrible if you have randoms. So. See,
I'm more of like a random guy. Like I like to do a lot of things solo, or if I'm like doing something on stream, I like to do more solo. So I'd probably be in the boat where I'd hate it because I'd get stupid idiots and go against like a stacked Fort man or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's very accurate.
I feel like Fortnite kind of ruined the expectation of how long a PvP game should last. I think it's an extreme example. I don't think PvP games should last more than a few months. Honestly, unless it's a phenomenal iteration of PvP, like a really well done version. I think Destiny, especially, if it lasts a couple months, I think it did its job.
Do you think
people, especially streamers, are usually happy after a few months? It's like, okay, we've had fun with it. We made videos, we made YouTube videos, we made Twitch streams. I play with my friends. I'm happy. Like, what's new?
Do you think Black Ops 4 will die quickly then, Tina?
Oh yeah. That's Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I'd agree with that.
I'm thinking after like a month, probably it's gonna be pretty
like,
dead.
There shouldn't be like the lifespan has shortened absolutely over the years.
The sales are still amazing. Like,
the sales are still amazing because people are casuals. Like that, I feel like casuals have always played about this long. Maybe longer because more tryhards would be playing it, so it would be the game of choice after work for longer. But now you have so many other options. You got Fortnite.
I still think Overwatch is doing well.
You have Overwatch too. Overwatch is a huge. I feel like a lot of the Call of Duty audience, the casual audience, moved over to Overwatch. That's their game they play after work.
Played on console.
That's the game they play a little bit after work when they're chilling. Or Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six is actually, I feel like also the vast majority of that community is super casual. No, people don't want to hear that.
Oh, I played Rainbow Six on PC. Daisy was very nice to get me. She got me a copy, and against my will, I told her not to, but she kept insisting. So she got me a copy on PC, and I was playing with her. And for the 10 games I've played on PC, either one, this is casual, this wasn't ranked. This is probably why it happened. I was team killed, or 2, someone was calling another guy's mom fat or saying they fucked their mom in the chat every game.
So, as you can tell, the Call of Duty community has definitely moved over to Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, that is supporting Tina's point.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad I helped with that proving point.
Thank you for establishing my side.
Did you see?
That's something like I've kind of liked though. It's that people are kind of branching out. Like before, like maybe 5 years ago, it's Call of Duty, gamers, console, Call of Duty, FPS, Call of Duty. But now you have the options. You have the Overwatch, you have the Rainbow Six, you have the Fortnite, you have BRs, you have Battlefront.
I think it's
so
better.
Like, there's so many different stuff. I like it.
I think the community, the gaming community, there's more options now more than ever. Even in the indie space, like there's still a lot of indie games you can play. I would consider, I don't know, Sonic, like this new Sonic game. It's somewhat indie. It's by a group of people who are like hardcore fans. Sonic Mania.
I never played Sonic.
It came out earlier this year. Oh, I played the old school Sonic games, so like the 2D
Sonic
scrollers.
Adventure battles or whatever. That game's
Yeah,
good.
Sonic Adventures 2, I think was the game I played. It was the 2D scroller. No. So maybe not. It was the 2D game.
Yeah, that was 3D. So yeah.
On Sega Game Gear. That's the Sonic I played.
I played those ones too, but I never put it like to completion though.
So Sonic Mania, it's gorgeous. It's awesome. I love that game. I was tempted to get the Crash trilogy because it was right next to it. Because this is the year of nostalgia for platform players, I guess. But I'll probably end up going back and getting the Crash game when I get Spyro, just to complete my little nostalgic.
My little hood.
Still waiting
Yeah.
for
Childhood.
Still waiting for Infamous Remastered.
I feel like that'd be a good game to remaster. I'm gonna be 100% with you. I adore that game.
Infamous?
Yeah, I love that game.
I agree.
That was the one game where the one guy got like superpowers or something, right?
Yeah.
Like,
So
like a flame
it was
guy.
one of the first examples of a game where you can be good or evil. Like, and it had a definite outcome to the game. I don't know. I'm sure other games have done it, but not to like in that style. And just of like
awesome.
a casual console game.
If you couldn't tell from my logo, I fucking love electricity. I think it's the coolest thing. And then they had the superhero that could control electricity. That was awesome.
It was one of those games. I think it came out after Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which had
I thought it was right around the same time.
It might have been right around the same time, which is why I probably played it. Because they kind of look similar. They have like that similar shaved head. Not shaved head.
Actually,
but
you know what it was competing
Buzzcat.
against? It wasn't Star Wars. It was Prototype. Those two games came out
I
around
don't
the
know.
same time. Prototype
I
was
haven't
an
heard
open
about
world.
Prototype in such a long time.
I
Yeah,
don't know
it
about.
was probably
I don't
dead.
know about that game at all.
Yeah, it's an open world. Your guy essentially is like superpowers, but it's like he has, I don't know, he's like a demon, I guess. But it's an open world game. Same kind of thing. Superpowered open world.
I
big
think
city.
I've seen old footage of that.
Yeah, I've definitely seen old footage.
Is
I
it
always
like on
loved those
PC?
games, though.
I thought it was PS4 only, but I could be wrong.
I think it was like more of a PlayStation. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I've seen it. Maybe I haven't. I've definitely seen like similar gameplay of that. But no, I think it drew my attention because it reminded me a lot of The Force Awakens. Just
Yeah,
because
I
the
can see that.
lightning powers and the character design's relatively similar.
heard
No, I
the
remember
story was
playing that
awesome.
game all the way through. Yeah, that one and the second one. I did not enjoy the second one as much because I feel like I might have chose wrong
Go on.
with the playthrough. I remember being upset because there was two girls. There was the good girl, and then there was a girl trying to encourage your dark side. And I chose good, but I felt really guilty because I actually really liked the girl on the other side. So the girl that was rooting for you to go evil. I know that ending was worse, but there was that level of betrayal I felt for that character.
Couldn't you just go through it again?
I could, but I don't know where it is. I might have gotten rid of all those old games. Plus, I don't have a PlayStation 3 anymore.
Damn.
So that's why I say I would love to see that remastered. I'd love to see like a combo pack with the two games. I don't think
No,
it
I'm
ever
in the same boat
will.
as you.
That'd be
I think
awesome.
it's kind
a
of
lot
a
of like Star Wars games have kind of like basically fallen off the face of the planet. Like I really can't
Yeah.
remember the
Because
last
Battlefront
really
killed
good
it.
like single player.
no.
Yeah, that's it's multiplayer. Though. I want a really good single player like
single.
Yeah, but it wasn't good.
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I'm
True.
saying.
I want to have like a pure just single-player game, and I kind of like wouldn't mind more of the old school like styles. You had to like pick and choose good and evil, like all that stuff.
Well, Force
like,
Unleashed was 100%
I'm not gonna talk shit about EA here. Okay, I'm gonna do my best not to talk shit.
She hates EA.
Do you know a company that could not print money from having a Star Wars IP?
She hates EA. That's what she's trying
to say.
It
would be EA who could not print money.
I agree,
it's
though,
like,
you can make so much. It's so easy. There's so many
that's
things
what
you can
bothers
go explore.
me. You could have done bare minimum and shit out money, and yet you tried to milk an already billion-dollar franchise more.
Can I translate?
Yeah, go for it.
And fuck you, EA.
It's just like, how do you fuck that up so spectacularly? My God. Give it to someone who really wants that IP. Because right now I believe they have exclusive access to video games.
Probably.
For Star Wars.
Yeah. That's probably true.
Give someone else a chance with that IP, Disney. Because frankly, I think
there's so much lost
they have the
there.
visuals and they have the sound. Like the sound design is on point. I remember playing the beta for that game. It is on point. It sucks you right in.
Yeah, but I feel like
if you
at
play
any
for
point,
more
this
than
company or any company can make really good visuals and really good sound.
Right. I think EA DICE is... I still feel like they have that visual edge for whatever reason. I think they could make something very up to snuff. Will it be just as visually stunning as EA DICE games? Probably not. I think they have that special kind of flavor that really pushes that hyper-realism.
I don't think we're going to get any better than we are now until we get the new thing at consoles.
Yeah,
I don't think so. They were
2
saying that.
years
They
or
were
something
saying
for
that 10 years ago. They're like, video games can't get any better than this.
No,
I don't know.
I'm saying nothing will get better because of console limitation right now. I'm saying it will get better once we get the new consoles, because then there will be less
fair
limitation.
enough. Fair enough. I think there's always a way. I think if you try hard enough, you can figure out a way to kind of milk a little bit more out of the consoles. You get to be creative, and I feel like the industry doesn't necessarily encourage that creativity. It's like game out, sell it, go.
Well, it's like a lot of the community or consumer market now, because I've been reading up a lot of details on the new like RTX, which is basically the new technology that's in the new NVIDIA cards, and everyone fucking hates it so far from what I've been looking
it's like
into.
$1,600.
And essentially, well, it's a lot of money, yeah, but at least like the conception of it is basically for like I'll try to explain this pretty quickly. You essentially have, say you like want to shine a light on somewhere, and you have like that circle. So you have like all that availability of you can be in a circle in any of those random spots. And that's essentially where it can go and bounce off a mirror or whatever. So their technology is that you have it, so they try to go and min-max it as much. So realistically, you have like 30 options instead of like 5 million. And that essentially makes it easier for games to kind of have like reflections, like really good. Like say you blow up a window, then you can maybe see like the gunfire from like a different window and stuff. Basically making everything a lot more realistic. But the one major struggle is that a lot of people for the new cards are so against it because of the price. So it's even harder than for even like NVIDIA or AMD to want to go and try to push technology. Because even if it's something small, like I remember there was a lot of drama back in the day where people were like, oh cool, you can make hair look cooler. But like for all these little smaller basic details, you have to have the hair, the eyes, the face, the facial animations, the audio, the visuals, the reflections. Like you have to slowly keep on adding more and more and more and perfecting each different type of technology for it to actually all come together in 5-10 years.
Right.
And if you never take that one next step to be like, hey, fuck it, let's go and spend $5 million to have reflections better, you'll never be able to go and finally go make everything better.
Forgive my cynicism. Forgive my cynicism for a second.
It's a big word.
The problem I have with
respect it.
NVIDIA saying that is right now NVIDIA, like AMD tried with its latest generation. It's not keeping up with NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA still has the majority market share of graphics cards.
No, I agree.
It's the most
And
recognizable
so and I feel like they're using it as an opportunity to say, hey, let's charge a little bit more. What are they going to do? They're going to go with AMD? Some people will, but most people are going to go with us. So when they're like, oh, we're pushing the limit, we have these new technologies, it's like, at the end of the day, if there was a authentic, real competition from AMD, I feel like if they really stepped their game up and provided something really up to snuff, because I remember back in 2012 when I built my first computer, there were actual like comparison videos between AMD and NVIDIA. Like that was a definite conversation. Nowadays it's almost always exclusively NVIDIA stuff, unless it's someone who's really passionate about AMD hardware. So I think the main reason that cost is so high is because there's no real competition, and they can get away with charging that much because people will buy it.
Did you actually hear about the drama, Tina?
I did.
There was like basically they released a Founders Edition. So the Founders Edition was a little bit higher than MSRP, and then they were trying to be like, okay, yeah, we have the Founders Edition. It's $1,200, but if you want, you can probably find like one of our secondary companies for $1,000. Kind of just like I'm sure the numbers may be off. Someone that wants to credit.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like that's always been the case.
Yeah, but at least in this case,
since the last 2 generations, I think.
Yeah, like that's kind of like the drama on it. Because now, if you basically have like the baseline price where it's at $1,200, but you can get a retailer at $1,100, no retailer is going to go and lower their price to $100 when the base is already selling. So essentially, then all the secondary companies are like, yeah, an extra $20 or $50, but you get more fans or warranties. And I feel like that's been kind of really fucking scummy, and kind of compared to what you're saying, how they're just trying to take advantage.
Right.
How many years till 4K is normal?
I don't think it's gonna be normal. I'm gonna level with you. I think it would have caught on by now.
No, it's too expensive still.
It's
very expensive, but you also have to worry about 1440p. And 1440p
like TVs
is not really
have
norm
caught
either.
up for sure. I feel like most people have some level of 4K.
Yeah,
it might be like a lower quality 4K, but most people have a 4K TV. But monitors, like the prices are still so high.
Say the prices go down. Do you think it'll be the norm?
Honestly,
I feel like hertz matter a lot more. Honestly,
I think the problem is still with like you have to have a computer that can run a 4K monitor.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why the price is still up there, because they know only people who have an expensive rig can afford a 4K monitor.
Yeah, but
so
this will change in the future when everyone has higher tech.
Like you can look up, but how long have 4K monitors been a thing? I feel like it's been 5 years plus.
Well, there's no point in getting it right now because most games don't run a solid 4K, and then also you have to buy the additional PC
I feel like,
parts for
again,
4K.
there's a technology bottleneck.
Yeah.
If graphics cards, like if mid-tier graphics cards could run 4K effectively, then maybe. But it also has to do with the fact that graphics cards are still really expensive because Bitcoin and
is that still a thing?
It is. It's not as significant as it was before, but it's still very much a thing.
Mm-hmm.
CPUs,
probably going to go back up
RAM,
if Bitcoin goes
and
back
GPUs
up again.
Are still really expensive.
Yeah, the market's fucked. That's why I always recommend people to never want to buy secondhand. Because if you buy a random used card,
it's probably dead.
99% it was from crypto.
It's either dead or very close to being dead.
Because those people run those cards like 99%, and then
they
literally have it like
to get their money
legitimately
back.
dripped in water. Yeah, and then they sell it to try to make money back.
Yep.
That's why you should always be careful. Or even sometimes it is worthwhile to buy new, at least in like the GPU case, just because you know it's from a company, it's not used, not burnt out, not fucked up.
I'm happy I got mine right
if you
before the big.
I did too.
push.
I got my 21080 Ti's before the big. Big
I'm
boom.
sitting on a 970 so bad, which is why I kind of want to get a 2080. I have a pre-order for it. So
if you
I'm
have a
like,
pre-order from the manufacturer, from Nvidia, then fine. But also keep in mind,
MSI.
this isn't even like all the factors for 4K. Internet. How many people have internet to run 4K?
That's also
Not
true,
many.
but I feel like that's changing faster than anything else. My current
Well, I
apartment.
still have a data byte or a data cap.
You can thank
so
Google
4K is
Fiber,
not
honestly.
good.
I think Google Fiber really pushed these companies like, hey,
I agree with that.
we're sneaking up on you. What are you going to do about it? Now they're not expanding, so we'll see how far this continues.
I mean,
I'm still fucked in Chicago.
My apartment I'm in, I got a good ass deal. I'm pretty close to where I want to be. All utilities kind of thing, good deals for those. Internet's $600 down, and
There you go.
Not bad.
it's hardly like it's probably as expensive as my home internet was before I came to college when it was like $40 down.
But what up though?
About 40.
Okay, it's not that
That's
bad.
awesome.
I feel like
That's
not many
awesome.
normal
That's
people
not
usually
bad.
use upload.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
upspeed's not gonna be well when it comes to streaming. You want to have it. I think at least
I'd
20.
say 5.
I stream.
Five would
No,
probably be the
now
perfect
it's
minimum.
streaming.
No, I'm with Scrubbing.
When it comes to minimum,
I streamed
I'd say,
at
yeah.
720p 60 on a 7-up internet, no problems.
Yep.
Yeah,
Those are
but
the minimums. If you want good quality, you of course want more. But for minimums, I'd say 5
I
is
streamed
probably
and
about it.
uploaded for years on 10-up. The problem with that is if anyone else is using your internet,
That's
you're
true.
fucked.
That's
You're
true.
Yeah, you
so
get
fucked.
bottlenecked like a mofo.
So that's why I say like 20 to 50. 50, you're not gonna really
I agree.
notice if 2 people are using your internet.
Yeah, that's true.
It just depends, I think, on circumstances. Like, if I moved in with Shari, and me and him only had 10 upload, we'd
That'd be
be
bad.
fucked.
Yeah, that'd be
But
bad.
if we had, like, 50 or 100, we probably wouldn't even notice.
Right, and
I
usually
agree.
if you get
And if you don't stream, you're
not
fine
all
with 2.
fiber. Yeah, if you
You
don't
stick
stream,
rate.
you're good. If you just download and you just digest content, yeah, you'll be fine. So like internet it seems to be adjusting itself, but it seems like the price is just not there for 4K monitors. and the hardware is not there. But that also has to do with price. Like, not everyone can afford these computer rigs.
Yeah, but at the same time, how long ago, like, say 5 years ago, how much was a 1080p monitor?
1080p was cheap already.
Yeah, it
was it really?
Cheap. I'd probably say if anything,
right,
like a 1440p
yeah. No,
would be
the
like
big thing was 144 hertz, 1080p.
All right, how much was 144 hertz? Like,
400, 500?
4 or 5. Now it's about 2 or 3.
Yeah, so I feel like I feel like in 10 years, I'm going to say 10 years, 4K monitors, 4K gaming, everything like that's going to be a norm. I'm calling it.
Oh, no, and dude, in 10 years, I feel like probably 8K will be at least the norm.
That's what I mean. I feel like 4K is going to get skipped to a certain extent.
Yeah, but
4K like 144p kind of got a little bit skipped, too.
Yeah, but you
like,
never
not
hear
many
about
people
2K.
have 144p.
You don't hear about that.
Right, 2K got skipped, right. I think that's the problem. I think if it would have been 1080, 4K, or 1080, 2K, 10K, I feel like we probably would already have most people in 2K.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then TVs would be 4K. I think TVs can get away with being 4K just because it's a larger monitor or it's a larger screen, so you could kind of appreciate the details to a certain extent.
Most TVs are smart TVs these days.
That, and I feel like it's a buzzword for most people, most like the custom market, casual market. Well, as monitors have to be like a good 4K. You can't get a cheap 4K monitor. It looks like shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like shit, and your refresh rate's going to be 30 hertz. Garbage. You want at least 60 hertz whenever you play stuff on PC.
Which I think that's actually a good point that I kind of want to see if you guys agree on this. And this kind of goes back to what Mike said. While people I think do, like a lot of gamers, like to go and have the game look nice, like go for 4K, 4K is usually capped off at maybe like 40 to 70 FPS on a really good computer. And I feel like, at least for me as a gamer, I'd rather have higher frames and less quality. So I'd rather have 144 hertz on like 1080p than have 60 hertz on 1440p and like 4K.
Like 60, the difference between 60 and 144 you don't notice until you've played a lot of 144 and you go back to 60.
Yeah. That, or if you play a really competitive game like CSGO. Yeah. CSGO, you're going to notice right away.
I feel like for 98% of people who game 60 hertz, 60 FPS, whatever, those are the same thing, by the way, if anyone doesn't. Essentially the same thing. I think 60's fine. I don't think 98% of people.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
it'll be.
I think that's why 4K eventually will be a thing, because right now there's no 144 hertz 4K unless you want to pay like, if you want a second mortgage. If you want a second mortgage on your house and you can afford it, but
because 98% of people are totally fine with 1080 rather than 4K.
Yep. Yeah, and here's the thing too.
I think for most like normal people prefer like just having the game work, good frames, good to go, instead of having 30 frames and god tier graphics.
I think most people who get 4K monitors. They get a 60 hertz 4K monitor with, what's the word I'm looking for? Color perfect. So it's like...
HDR? Are you trying to go with HDR?
Not HDR. It's like, it's color calibrated out of the box. So it's like spot on. I think most designers and just production people use 4K monitors. So whether it be graphic design, video editing, 3D modeling... They need the real estate, the bigger monitor. I feel like it works. Productivity, you have a really nice big 4K monitor on your desk. It's perfect. Rather than having two smaller 1080p monitors that might not have the color calibration correct. So I feel like that's the market.
I struggle in two of my classes involve computer labs. And it's so challenging having one monitor for those.
Yep. Absolutely.
I come home to
especially,
2 monitors.
I'm used to 3. So nice. I agree.
You have 3? I feel like I would love 3, but I don't think I have the desk space for 3.
You don't really use 3. I'm going to level with you. I have 3 monitors, maybe because I have one that's off kind of to my side. Like it's a fucking 45-degree angle away from me, just because of how my desk is set up. I just kind of use it for windows that aren't being used a lot. So like Streamlabs.
Yep.
So if I need it, it's there. But odds are I don't even look at there. Like 90% of my eyes and just like my time at my computer is looking straight ahead at my stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm in the same boat. Like usually for me on my third monitor, like I'll just kind of do like left, middle, right. Left is always stuff I will never want to show on stream ever. So I'll have like Discord DMs, or if I have like emails or whatever, like more of the secret stuff. Mm-hmm. I have actually, be proud, never watched porn on my streaming PC.
I can't say
ever.
I'm proud, but good for you.
It's like,
My
that's
computers
like
are
the
always
Discords and everything.
squeaky clean. I'll say that.
Oh,
Yep, I'm in the
Jesus
same boat.
Christ.
Like, I got a laptop for a reason.
Oh, you're
Mike.
talking
Dude, it's
Okay,
my
never
job.
mind. No.
Oh, it's called the Fab Top. You get your Fab Top on the side.
I don't know. Like,
I didn't know about that term until I think
something or something. You know.
Say it again.
I said I just never want to accidentally open up anything. Like, I'm overly
Yeah,
paranoid.
yeah, I can see that. That or like, God forbid, you get a fucking virus.
That too. Like, ooh.
Yeah, on your computer that you use for work.
You're talking about the computer, not okay.
Oh god.
Like,
I don't leave my house, so I'm not gonna get that kind of virus.
You're talking to a guy who lives in his mom's basement. There is no viruses going anywhere near me for a while, buddy. Like, we're good.
that laptop is protecting his virginity.
Yeah, that's my condom right
somehow
there.
Somehow we went from tech 10 seconds
Dude, we
later.
were so professional. Dude, we did
that
good.
was a really good tech talk. I
We
need to give you
had
guys credit. That was good.
Good discussion for a good 30 minutes, and
Yeah,
now we're back to
buttholes.
penis and vaginas.
Okay, but in my defense, that was Mike's fault. Mike, that you were the one
How?
that brought that up. You pervert.
What'd I do?
Hey, watch back the podcast. I'll hyperlink you.
I mean,
if you
I'll
want
listen
after.
to it.
It's
I
all
won't
good.
watch it though.
And that was our,
Yeah,
our
this-
TED Talk on why, at the end of the day, it's all about porn.
You're telling me you
Good
won't
segue.
watch 4K 144 hertz porn?
No, dude, I have a
no,
VR
dude,
headset,
it's
buddy.
all
I
about
reset
VR.
that up.
Yeah, you're skipping.
Jesus
we're skipping
Christ.
4K. It's all about the
Tina
VR.
knows what's up,
I'm
man.
waiting for
Tina
my
knows what's up.
augmented reality.
Oh, that's
Fan.
next, buddy. Don't worry.
Why do I need reality in porn at all?
Because it's not gonna happen otherwise.
Wow.
No, it's again. I'm putting emphasis on this. It's all about that VR, BB.
Dude, the VR is fucking sick. Like, legitimately, like, you can just go and record real life. I feel like
How
that should
much
stop.
you
I
wanna
don't want to.
bet?
I don't want to get. How do I,
Yeah,
What
if
you
wanna
want to
get
bet?
to
At
the
least
point and you're just like,
30%
wait.
of people. At least 30% of people buy it to try VR porn.
More. Like, I can go and I'll call out people all day. When so basically, if you want to watch VR porn, funny enough, you have to buy
hold on,
something
hold
on
on.
Steam.
Can we make this a segment? It's scrubbing
What
talks.
Scrubbing, calling out people for watching porn.
You're gonna want to scrub your monitor after this one.
And to fucking get some like a cloth or
Disinfectant.
something. So on
Fucking
if you want to like actually watch videos, aka watch more perverted videos on VR, on Steam you have to buy it's like a $3 or $5 thing, and it's essentially like a home room, quote unquote, where it's like a house. Like you basically, if you want to watch videos, you run it. So I was creeping on who owned that in terms of like to watch VR porn or whatever. And of course, I see everyone. I see fucking Lyric has it. His brother has it. Every other streamer,
Don't
streamer
be
who has a
dropping
VR headset
names.
has this.
God
Everyone.
damn it. They could just.
I mean,
be,
like, I can't judge. I have it too, so like it's nothing bad.
They could just be
Like, you just
chilling.
know.
They could be casually chilling on their couch. They just want to watch.
Okay, do you think if you have a
YouTube
VR
video.
website, like, come on, Tina? No one's fucking casually watching movies in VR headsets.
Listen,
Come on, people
this
jerking.
is a pure Christian stream
Podcast.
podcast.
There you go.
I like this. I feel like I want to assume the best in people. All right.
Oh no, they're all perverts. Like, come on. But like I said, I bought the thing, so I know exactly what I bought. I'm in the same boat. I guess I'm not judging them. I just noticed.
Stop.
Listen, I feel
Like, Mike, shut up. If you had a random, no roommates, you had a VR headset, you'd try it 100%.
No.
Tell me you wouldn't. Why wouldn't you, though?
Because
That's not a good
girls-
excuse.
now
That's a
I know
proper
not to
excuse,
try
buddy.
anyone's VR headset because
Yeah.
that's filthy.
Don't, dude. Fucking don't. Like, buy your own.
girls are scary.
Girls are scary. Feels bad, man. But like, apparently, people were getting serious eye infections from using VR headsets in public. Like, they were doing the demos, and people were getting like they're passing eye infections because people were
Wait, I
sick
can
putting on
imagine
those
that.
fucking headsets. Bro, if you are sick, do not go to a convention. Stop it.
Go get yourself a 1080p.
I want to go on a
monitor.
rant, Tina. Do I have your permission to go on a rant?
Go for
100%. You'd be in the same boat. Mike, you agree too. So I was walking on Twitter, no names of course. I was looking on Twitter, someone I followed or whatever, and one of their tweets was, "Hey guys, I'm really sick right now, taking some emergency, but guess what? I'm still going to this PAX." And I was like,
That's
oh
such a
my
dick
god,
move.
you fucking monster. Because they openly admitted, they're like, yeah, I'm going to be patient 0, ha ha ha.
Dude,
Like,
that's so
fuck yourself.
fucked. That's awful. People can get
Like, I don't mind
really
if you see
sick.
this. If you're one of those people who like go to conventions, anime cons, whatever, and you're sick, fuck you. Like,
Because you're already in an environment where your immune system's going to be kind of compromised because you're super kind of anxious. You're walking around all day, you're exhausting yourself, and you're going to a fucking convention where You're getting attacked by, I can only imagine, how many fucking germs and how many sick people. You're just adding to the fucking problem. It's like, what are you doing? Like, I get that people get excited and they want to spend their money and they want to go hang out with friends. But you're sick, homie. What the fuck? Stay at home. And same goes to you who don't shower. If you don't shower, stay at home. Fuck off. That's disgusting.
Never talk to me.
Don't leave your house.
Don't
Don't leave your house without taking a shower. Like, I'm not saying you can't enjoy the fun and hang out. Take a fucking shower. If people are like, hey guys, remember to use water when you take a shower, I'm like, no, motherfucker. No.
I thought this was scrubbing.
Listen,
I'm getting scared.
No, I'm hijacking this shit. No. Listen, take a shower. Take a hot shower with soap, water, and then when you're done, deodorant. Come on, people! Don't just people are like, guys, just rinse, just take a shower with some water.
No, use soap. That's why we fucking made
some fucking soap.
I'm so
That's
scared.
disgusting.
Fucking be clean. Come on.
I'm going mom mode. Use some goddamn soap
Also,
with your
don't take
fucking
a
shower.
bath. Don't take a bath.
Don't take a bath.
Okay,
That's disgusting.
I like taking baths
No,
though.
scrubbing. You're sitting
Not
on
to
the
clean.
Chill. Yeah, not to get clean. I'm more saying, like, I love having some wine. I'm such a fucking housewife.
You are a housewife.
Having music
God.
playing, light some candles. Like,
Why would I want to
Shut the
clean a
fuck
bathtub?
up.
I don't want to clean a bathtub. I already have to clean the shower. That bathtub's never been fucking used.
Yeah, but sometimes you want to, like, sit there for 2 hours, pop a bath bomb, enjoy yourself. Like, fam, you need to learn how to relax. You need to go and have a nice fucking...
Fuck
like,
you, I don't relax.
All right. So I say
Please
we
use soap and water,
I
PSA.
say we close out the podcast with talking about some stuff you guys are
Mine's
working
just like
on.
after these crazy-ass rants,
What
we're
are
done.
you guys working on recently?
Okay, so what are you guys... Okay, you go first, Mike. What are you working on this week?
Yeah, give us the deets.
Well,
Also,
this
give us
is
your
going to
Twitter
be
and all that stuff. We'll link it below.
This is going to be a bit delayed because when this podcast comes out, but I can go ahead and say it. I have a Monster Hunter video coming out.
Ooh.
Solo.
YouTube.com/user/Battleman36.
Yeah.
It'll be linked in the description. Please sub to Mike. He's lovely.
It'll be on screen.
Ideally coming out tomorrow.
Okay.
Which is the 7th.
So,
So.
at the time of the recording, yeah, the 7th.
Yeah. So if you are listening to this, it's probably hopefully I've released other videos, but who knows?
Awesome.
Tina, what do you got going on?
Good shit.
I actually am working on a Hammond video. It's like, I have it open, I got music picked out for it and everything.
Good shit.
So that's getting worked on. I still haven't started on the Overcooked video yet. I plan on getting it started soon, though.
Good
I would
shit.
love to play that game again with you guys. I thought I had
Dude,
a
I
great
would
time.
100%. I want to
Been
do
a
that
while
again.
since I've
That'd
run
be
over
such a
some
fun
clips.
recording session.
And I'm streaming as always. How about you, Scrubbing?
Honestly, I've been doing a lot of like outside of the stream stuff. They're doing like a lot of like businessy type things, and I know you guys know about it, but we can't talk about it yet, like publicly and stuff. But doing that, doing some streaming. I'm hyped up for the new Spider-Man game, Tomb Raider, living all that variety life. And yeah, just kind of chilling out, doing all that good stuff, and living life. Also, putting a lot of random YouTube videos. If you guys ever see any random stuff, we're probably done with that at this point. Probably did a little bit of experimenting with YouTube videos throughout the past few weeks, so
Speaking
I think
of
we're gonna have some
Spider-Man,
good organic videos soon. So nice.
it just
That's
came
about
to
it.
me. Well, I'm glad. I'm going to have everyone linked in the description and linked on screen. But speaking of Spider-Man, before we go, I am so excited for the memes. I'm ready for
Dude,
the
there's gonna be some
Spider-Man
good
memes.
memes,
You
dude.
know
I'm
it's going to be
excited
all
too.
over the place.
Rest in peace, Uncle Ben.
He's just been dead for like 20 years.
deserved
It's been like that was like 10 movies ago.
deserved it.
Are we going to watch him die again?
No, I don't think so.
Is that going to be a trend?
I don't
Aw,
think so.
dang.
If I
That's-
ever like made Spider-Man games, that'd be my goal to do it in every game. Just because
That's
why the fuck not?
2 generations of Spider-Man where we haven't seen Uncle Ben die.
Fucking Peter Parker!
He's the equivalent of Batman's parents.
I suppose
Don't
so,
say
you're
that,
right.
My heart.
But I feel like Batman's parents have died every single time in some facet.
Yeah,
during...
Yeah, they've done a lot at this point.
What did they do?
They're always nice people.
They were going
So
to a
that's
theater?
like you're teaching their kids
I guess
like
they were
class.
going
That's
to the
cool.
back. They left in a back alley.
that was
Okay, like don't
Yeah,
leave
if
in the
you're
back
like a
alley.
multi-billionaire, get a fucking helicopter, like a private car.
go out
Not
the
just
front
not a
door.
hell. Go out the front door. Exactly.
Yeah, that. I love
And
being Trevor
just
Light,
saying,
I know you guys are
just saying, those are fake ass pearls. Okay,
You talking about
pearls,
the movie?
proper pearls, like when they rip her pearls off and it breaks all over the place. Those are fake. Real pearls are individually knotted, so if it breaks, it'll stay together on the line.
This has
Yeah,
been
you tell them
This has
fucking
been
movie people.
analyst
She is
with Tina.
she is wearing some fake ass pearls.
I mean, she did say she wanted to be the trailer analyst earlier on, so
I
it works
said it.
out.
She said it.
Bruce is a cheap fuck, not buying real pearls for his wife.
All right. With that,
before Tina goes any more crazier, thank you guys for watching the podcast. Hope you guys enjoy. Playlist of all of our episodes are down below. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out the first episode and you guys enjoyed, feel free to check it out because this should be episode 2. Thank you guys for watching.
On the haters.
And final words, boys.
Dab on the haters.
Dab on them.
Dab on them, boys. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week.
Have a good one. What?
Bye.